So a couple of times before, people have asked me why majority of my channel deals with atheism in general, or topics like the burden of proof, or more precisely, I guess, defining atheism. And I think the simplest way to explain this was that I was making videos in response to comments. And that was what, during the time period, I was thinking that if you can give people information, they'll change their mind. Which, from my experience, that is not true one bit. And I think the first video I had was, I'm looking right now, is revealing why atheism is for me. And I think that video was just like kind of like a simple video, is trying some different editing. It was just trying to see how, like, okay, let me try a little comment format and see how it goes. And it was kind of like probably the most popular video that I had on the channel for majority of my videos. And then the kind of videos went down to people like, you got comments asking like, well, atheism isn't faith, or atheism requires faith. And like, well, atheism is just the belief there's no God, and all that extra stuff I explained multiple times. People don't like saying it, but I'll say it right there. And they had 2 more videos about the why I chose God over atheism. That's kind of more explained the whole idea of that. Well, those 3 reasons I gave in the videos was the, I think it was like looking around or seeing how the world works, morality, and my personal experience, stuff of that nature. And then I think another video was the whole atheism requires faith, which explained what faith is. And more when I made these videos, I was like, oh shoot, people take this a little to heart too much. The atheists who I was engaged with in the comment section, they take a lot of it to heart, which I have no issue. I start blocking people. I have no issue with blocking people who call me out my name or argue with some random stuff. But I had the idea that if you just type or comment or talk to people a lot, they'll change their mind. You have a rational conversation. And their videos in this video was the atheism is a belief, and I had hidden that video right now because that was one mistake I made in that video at the end, and someone caught me on the end. It's like he had a rational or explanation for it. Like, hey man, you're right, and I took it out. And I think it really kind of took off for the whole stalemate on atheism video, which I know what people are saying about the whole atheism stuff is just why you will say it has faith, but I'm not going more reason. I explained the whole thing in the video. And I think that video kind of like, okay, people like atheism videos, and I'll just make atheism videos or talking about this whole idea, which probably the smartest idea because number one, I realized that people will click on it, click on the title or watch, click on like the first 10 seconds, whatever, and they'll never hear my whole position. And that really changed my whole perspective on the atheist, online atheists, like, oh, they can have rational conversations with you if you bring out evidence and stuff, but that's not the case in my experience. And it kind of took up to like the most popular video on my channel, which was atheism can't be defined as just a lack of belief there's a God. People started criticizing it, but I was like, look, if you actually look at my reasoning, you'll see the problem why I say X, Y, and Z, whatever. I had people try to make response videos. I'm like, yeah, this is a problem if you do this way. Like, yeah, that's the problem I'm trying to mention in those videos. And I think at that time, I was kind of like, I'm done with this atheism stuff. I'm making one whole video of atheism, get it out the way, and call it a day. And that was the whole thing, was atheism, the belief there is no God. It is 47 minutes, and the average watch time is like 2.5 minutes. Let me double check. Oh, 3 minutes long. And at that point for me, I was like, dang, I put all this effort in this video, but no one watched it. I was like, oh, I can give people evidence and reason. People start arguing with me in the comment section, like, oh, this is not true. Like, my God, I plan everything out in these videos. Like how I play games, all like strategy games, I plan out things that you will say, and I mentioned this in the video because I know what you'll say. I hear this all the time. And that right there kind of showed me like, oh, shoot. From my experience, online, the stereotypical online internet atheist will not change their mind if I give them information on this. So, and then you probably wonder, I made a whole bunch of videos, like 13 videos on the burden of proof, because people start focusing on the burden of proof all of a sudden. Originally, I think I was trying to make like an 8-minute video about it, and I was like, wait a second, let me try something different. So what I did, I think I made like, I cut like my script into like 13 parts and expanded on it, and I did a little test. I knew atheists weren't going to watch my whole video. They're going to comment and just talk about it or whatever. And I realized that, oh shoot, I started doing these shorter videos. Let me try shorter videos because that would change and more people will watch the shorter video and then want a longer video, all that stuff. I mean, I went on from there. Those videos right there kind of like showed me people will like lick on it and argue with it, but they never engage with my position is. And I mean, that's one of the main reasons I made those videos. I mean, I had some response videos people made, but I mean, that's there for response videos. But I think after the main thing I learned from making those videos was that on YouTube or anything in general, I can't change people's minds, so I give them a reason. I think at that point I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start making videos, see how it goes. But I think I had here and there or some other videos, but like now I'm just kind of talking, see how it goes. But I wasn't gonna put too much effort or work and try to like explain my reasoning and all this stuff. But I don't know. That's all I got. I said I'm gonna make one video, but it is what it is.